I think I do.
If you simply can't decide whether you're going to be the number one American authority on pajamas,
You do
or
what?
the go-to guru for
I think I
spinach,
have
pick up your phone and
the
start
charisma
documenting your day.
to, I
Put
don't
the
know, draw
results
an
up
audience.
daily as a YouTube vlog. See which posts
think I know what
get
I'm
the
talking
most
about.
attention. And double down on whatever
Just
it
talk
is
to me.
that's making those posts stick.
Just recording
But
me
you
making
have
it
to
awkward
put
over.
something out.
What? I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Know if you got the goods.
Don't clam up because you were just about to go on a whole little rant.
Debate whether I was good enough to deserve a YouTube audience. The
But
second I thought filming a wine review show was a good idea, I had
I
an
think
employee go to Best
both of
Buy
us
to
need to
buy a
stop
camera, film the first
doubting
episode,
ourselves.
and posted it.
Right.
The first
I know I told you a while
looks
ago,
and sounds totally
you can
different
literally
from the
do
ones I created even
anything
4 months later,
that you want.
because I figured
Right.
out that I could be me.
Why do you think we doubt
Nailed that.
ourselves?
Not because I was worried about
Fear.
the opinion of the world at
Fear
large,
what, though?
but because I was afraid if I
Fear of
really
what others
let
think
loose
of
in the
us?
beginning, I'd
Oh.
jeopardize
Why do
all
we
the
fucking
hard-won
care what
relationships
people
the wine
think?
store had
Really?
From longtime customers
Why you
who were
talking
buying
like that?
$10,000 worth of wine.
Because that's how it normally
No,
talks.
you don't.
If you look at the first episode,
But,
I'm almost unrecognizable.
I don't
Not
know.
because I'm
It's,
over a decade younger and 15 pounds heavier, but because my personality is so subdued. I say very wine expert things
I don't know.
like,
It's
when I
just
smell
a
this,
thing
reminds
that
me of a
maybe
classic
you're
Cabernet or a VCC.
When you're a kid, you're self-conscious and you're still kind of like learning yourself.
Yeah.
Even though you become an adult, older, and you don't care about this and that, there's still that sense of, I mean, I'm gonna call it humanity, right? Where, you know, you're still kind of self-conscious about yourself. You're still trying to figure yourself out. You're still learning about life.
Right.
You don't know it all just because you hit 40 or 35 or whatever, right? So, and I think that only happens once you get out of that comfort zone.
Right.
Old people seem like they got to figure it out because they might have figured out that 18, 20-year-old part of the phase in life, but once they step out of that comfort zone, you're right back to being 18 all over again.
Right.
And I think that's what it is.
Because, as I said at the end of the episode,
I think the key is to continue to step out. Once you master that little bubble, step out of that fucking comfort zone.
And be okay if somebody doesn't like it or if someone disagrees.
What's that?
I said, and also just be okay with if somebody doesn't like it or if someone disagrees. Like, it's fine. Everybody's not gonna like what you have to say or what you do. Everybody's not gonna agree, because just like you said, it's billions of people on the planet. No one's gonna.
Right.
It's impossible for everyone to be in agreement. It wouldn't be human. It's not.
They're not for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
everybody's not going to be for you.
So when I was in Miami, I was having this conversation with somebody just about kind of stepping into my own and being comfortable in my own skin. And I told him, you know, the reason why I was in Miami was so that I can step outside of my comfort zone and do something that I would not normally do, because my entire life I've done what people have expected me to do. But I traveled by myself. I stayed in a place that I wouldn't normally stay in. Put myself in an environment that I was extremely uncomfortable with. But after a while, I got really used to it. And he said something that I'll never forget. He said, if you just be your authentic self, you'll attract your tribe. And the ones that aren't attracted to you, don't worry about them. They're not your tribe. And it's fine.
What a coincidence, right?
It's fine, because that's not your tribe. You'll attract your tribe when you're being your true, authentic self. But when you're not, is when you have those people in your life that are going to be like downers for you. They're going to be negative and they're going to bring your energy down. And it's because you're not being your authentic self. And whether you like it or not, you attracted that person into your life because you're not being your true, authentic self. But as soon as you start being your true, authentic self, you will attract the right people.
All of that is true.
And I was like, you are absolutely, yeah, it makes 100, it makes a lot of sense. But it's still, it's easier said than done.
Right, because of our own barriers that we create.
Right. But
I guess because it's a comfort zone, right?
Right.
You're not really yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you mess up your fake self,
right.
you always change it up, right?
Right.
create just do whatever the flow's going with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though it's not your authentic self.
Yeah, and be okay with messing up. It's okay to mess
Right,
up.
because you reinvent yourself.
Right, and everybody messes up. Like a lot of people that we see, you know, like on TV or whatever, we don't see their bloopers because they don't show them.
They don't show them.
They only show the 1,000th take.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't show the very first one and all the ones in between. You know what I mean? They don't. So in our minds, we're like, all these people are so perfect, but really they're not.
Right.
They fuck up, just like we do.
Now I'll tell you this. So when I was all motivated and excited, and looking for deals and putting deals on the contract, and then I had that big deal that from Houston, everything but already completed. Closed out. I was like, oh, I need to record my journey, this and that. And then boom, I had my first big snag. My partner dropped out, and I almost lost a deal. And I almost questioned, like, should I be recording this?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's embarrassing, right? Because I thought I failed. And, like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I'm gonna record the good and the bad, but god damn, when I tell you that was bad, it was bad. I mean, I'm not talking about, like, fuck what everybody else thought. I felt like a failure. And, like, that moment, I wish I did record, because basically I would have documented the turning point in my life. Right? Because I almost quit. Like, all that shit, all the advice that I was given, god damn it, if it wasn't fucking tested that moment.
Right.
I'm not gonna say I've never been tested like that, but as a businessman, that was my first test. I almost quit.
Yeah, and I think that's a natural part of the process of anybody, kind of switching lanes and going from one thing to another. Like, you start now, like, you're going to doubt yourself because you failed or because something out of your control happens. But I think, it's important to, if you're going to document, it's really important. Right.
Because, like, that moment of failure, right?
Right.
That moment of failure.
Right.
I questioned everything.
Right.
Is this for me?
Right.
Is this the industry I really want to be in?
Right.
Man, this shit ain't easy.
Right.
And my, I guess my emotional intelligence kicked in the sense that, no, this is what's supposed to happen. Trust the process. But again, it was about... And
document the failures in the process, because if the intention to document something is to help people that are just like you starting out, if you don't document the failures and the doubt, then you're giving them a false perception of what the process really looks like.
It's not real.
It's not.
It's basically that first what you call it, the false persona, basically.
Right. And it's like we only want to document.
It's all good. It's all popping bottles. And
right.
It's all money, making it rain.
Right.
The blood, the sweat, and the tears.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I almost cried.
Yeah, I feel you.
It was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster ride, and there's no other way to describe it. It was super high highs. I got this deal, this $500,000 deal locked up to... I just lost this $500,000 deal, and I had it in my hands. And then eventually, I'm talking about scratching, clawing, biting, punching my way back into that deal and making it happen to where now I'm back up to that high.
Right.
I got that $500,000 deal 2 months into the rehab now.
Right.
And things like that. Time will make you kind of take for granted. You get comfortable. And if you're not constantly, consistently forcing yourself to step out of your comfort zone, you will get comfortable, and that's when you get stagnant.
Right.
When you get stagnant, you start to die, right? Yeah. So I think, especially with the whole documentation thing, I think it is important to document, right? The lows.
I think it's probably the most important piece of documenting is documenting the lows and documenting the failure.
I think that's why reality TV is so
Yep.
popular.
Yeah. Even
They
though
see the ugly, the
Right.
ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not to, to an extent, I mean, I don't watch too much TV, especially now. But I can see the draw
Right.
of why people get addicted to it because it's real.
Yeah.
It's not the same like it was back in the day. It's a lot more scripted, supposedly. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but the point of the matter is that it does get raw.
Right.
Like those are real tears, real fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think people connect to that.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
It most certainly is.